We about to go into E3 right now. Hey yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. I'ma tell you something right now. You don't understand what this interview is going to be and what's about to happen. What I've seen at Ubisofts conference this year in the division, I never seen physics, open world ability, graphics, fluidity. Like I never seen anything like this before in my life. So these guys are is a great representation of what you saw. They're gonna introduce themselves to you. Then we're going to talk.
There you go. I'm Peter Mannenfeld. I'm the production director for Tom Clancy's The Division.
And I love him.
Hey, I'm Fred. I'm the producer.
And I love him too. Now, you're the producer. I got to pass you the belt first. Got to pass you the belt, man. You got to hold the belt, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
No problem, man. Thank you, man.
It's a real honor. Appreciate that.
When you do quality work like The Division, you have to hold the belt. Now, here's the first question. You know, the idea behind it, the whole Black Friday, where does your research come from? Like, is this something really legit that you guys brought to a game to bring reality to what could be? Like, how did you do it?
Well, that's it, actually. Yeah, we've been researching this subject for about a year now, and the more you research it, the scarier it gets, I'll tell you. And we've been in touch with all kinds of experts, ex-CIA, military guys, FEMA guys, and they're all telling me this is scenarios that we have to prepare for. And so far, the U.S. government, they did a few exercises with this, but they all failed. So, it's been kind of hidden, but if you go on the net and if you research the stuff that we tell you about, you're going to see it's all true, man.
Now, in terms of the weaponry like that I've seen in this game, it looks very futuristic, especially the weapon when you put it on the floor and it rolls to your enemy and blows up and stuff. It's very futuristic. And then you get like a lot of help, where you can see your enemies and stuff like that. It's just amazing. So can you go a bit deeper in terms of how the weapons work? How do you create dynamic situations to get past these, barriers that these enemies put in front of you?
Eric, Peter, you want to take that question?
You know what? For him to take the question, he got to take the belt. He got to take the belt and go take the question.
Okay.
Come on, E. Let's get it, baby.
So it's important for us for the game to be grounded in reality. We keep the Tom Clancy DNA. It's tactical decisions. It's grounded in reality. It's clear and present danger. It's weapons you see in real life, but it's also weapons that are in development.
Now, what I want to ask you guys, the game is huge.
Dude, check out Manhattan.
Like it's like real open world. So will gamers be able to like explore the entire world throughout the story, or will there be some sort of free roam mode where you can just explore and just do things that's aside from the story and just enjoy the world to play in?
That's exactly what it is. So, yeah.
Oh, shit, we gotta get the belt. You gotta pass the belt again. That's crazy. I didn't know it was that deep. Oh, wow, that's crazy. All right, go ahead.
So, you right from the start, you can explore the entire world. There's no unlocking on different levels or different. So what we want to do, we want to be, we don't want the traditional scripted storyline. So you just go out and explore on your own, and you encounter, clues about the man-made pandemic. You have all these dynamic events that you run into, that will spawn you different content and different challenges. You do it on your own, or you group up with your friends and take on, the more harder challenges.
Now, this is amazing. Now, looking at a game like this and how big it is, I can imagine that you guys may be working on multiplayer. I hope you guys are. But if you are working on multiplayer, what's the vision for the multiplayer with a game like this, especially being a new IP? You got to pass the belt. I love this interview. This is crazy. So, yeah, like in terms of multiplayer and expanding the world for everyone to play in, what's the vision for The Division?
So at its core, this is a multiplayer online game. It's a true online game. So you can play solo, you can play with your group, and you can play PvP, and everything is seamless. Everything is seamless. And you can also play with our companion gaming. So we have companion gaming on Androids and iPads. Synchronous real-time companion gaming. You can help out your group. You can play as a drone, and you can help them. You can buff them, you can heal them, and you can shoot missiles.
Now, considering this whole Black Friday epidemic and stuff like that, I'm assuming the government is going to play a big role in this game and stuff like that. So, like, who are the bad guys? Like who's responsible for this? Like, can you kind of intel that? Because I think fans would love to know who they're going to go up against, you know?
So what's going on in our world is that with most of the population sick and many of them dying. So what you see is the National Guard, the law enforcement agencies, the military. They also, they cripple, they crumble. So they're not. They're still around, like fragments of it, but it's not like you have functioning units that you can send in to help out clearing this mess up. So what you see when you research this is when the society breaks down, you see people almost moving back to like tribal society. They use
survival of the fittest.
Exactly. So you start forming new factions, like based on maybe on your neighborhood or on your religion or on your your football team or whatever. And you see all these new factions, and then they're fighting for resources. So it's like, sure, there are some remnant friendly factions. You still have some law enforcement guys helping you out, but then you're facing all these new threats. People wanting to feed their own kids, or helping their own neighborhoods.
This is amazing. Like I feel emotion in the actual interview right now. Now the next thing I want to ask is next generation. Like this is truly a next generation game, like hands down. So what's some of the things that you guys had to go through? On the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. What's some of the things that you guys like? What's the engine that you guys is using? Like what about these systems enables you guys to get this game up and running and look as good this fast and this is like the beginning days of the next generation and it already looks like this. So what's some of the things that you guys did and had to work on and also that you're excited for?
So this is a real next-gen game for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And when we started to design this game, we started to talk about what is this game about. It's about emotions, it's about fragility of society, and we want our players to feel that. So we developed a new next-gen engine called Snowdrop, where we try to push graphics. You have seen our graphics, it looks absolutely stunning.
Amazing.
So we have pushed lighting with dynamic global illumination, we have pushed destruction with procedural destruction, we have pushed AI with complex AI and living world systems, and we have pushed online features, seamless online matchmaking. We want you to play with people you want to play with, not just the random guys you meet online. We want people to meet your compatible with you.
Okay.
And also the companion game, of course.
Now I gotta ask you this: there's going to be a lot of console-specific things I expect, simply because PlayStation 4 got a different controller compared to Xbox One. The touchpad, you got a lot of different features and stuff like that. Are you guys looking to utilize each system to its strengths? Because in PS3 and 360 days, it seems that everybody just wanted to make everything the same across the board, even though the systems had different things to offer. And a lot of gamers felt cheated, because if you PS3 only, or if you got both systems, you don't want the same experience throughout both when you know both can provide you something different. And then you give them a choice. So between PS4 and Xbox One in this particular game, what's the differences? Whether it's in development or feature set, but what's some of the things that you guys are utilizing that's specifically on PlayStation and specifically on Xbox One? Okay.
Oh, I keep it? Oh, there will be differences, but we have to wait until we can talk about it.
Oh, man, I tried, Carl. Dang, man. I thought that would be a good question.
Close, man.
Yeah, I tried, man. That was close. All right. So I got a few more questions, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Still on the subject of next generation and stuff like that, and just the development process. When I saw this game initially, I didn't believe what I was seeing. I didn't believe it. I was like, there ain't no way in the world this is real. Now, the reason why I wanted to say something very interesting, because of what's going on and how serious it is, I know the story. Like, I know it's going to be a real emotional involvement. With the new technology with Kinect and how it's mandatory now with the Xbox One, have you guys thought of ways where you could communicate with your character on screen through voice? I think in a game like this, it'll bring the emotion that much more closer to home as a player. Have you guys thought about that or worked with it?
Yeah. Should I get the belt? At some point, I'm going to wear it like this.
Yeah, baby, yeah! I love it.
All right. So the question again, the Kinect and that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously we're looking at all that stuff, and some of it makes a lot of sense for our game, and we're really going to push that. Some of it doesn't really make sense for our game, so it's it's still actually not decided. So it's in development.
Okay.
But a lot of the stuff that you talked about is things that we are considering, definitely, yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. Because you got like such a powerful handheld with the PS Vita, and this is a new IP, have you guys thought about like, because considering mobile games and tablets, everybody's exploring that. Have you guys thought about doing something on the PS Vita to help expand or extend the story or the gameplay of the Division along the PS Vita? I'm gonna tell you something. I've seen Killzone on PS Vita. Graphics look out of this world, so I can imagine what Division would be like on a handheld. Have you guys thought about that, or is it strictly PS4 and Xbox One? Good question, Critical.
It's a very good question, and can't tell you.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, yeah. All right, well, he didn't say no. They didn't say no, so we don't know yet. He did say no. So for my last question, you know what I'm saying, before I let you guys go and stuff like that, but for my last question, I wanted to get a little bit personal. And I would love for you guys to relate this to the development of the game. But you guys as game developers, you know, what keeps you going? You know what I'm saying? Like these stories that you guys research and things like that, when you wake up in the morning and you go to make these games, what is it about this industry that make you love it so much and make you work hard so much and reflect it on the game? Like that, I think that's an important question.
You know, when you wake up in the morning and really want to go to work, and when people start to leave work, you really want to stay. And I mean, I love the industry. I love doing the work we do.
Wow. Let's hear from you.
So for me, it's all about, actually it's two things. I worked with entertainment all my life. I live, you know, to make other people, you know, emotional, or basically to entertain them. That's, you know, that's what I do. But it's also about coming, you know, it's a multiplayer game, it's an online game. It's about bringing people together, maybe even make, you know, friends for life. You meet up girlfriends, whatever, you know, but it's all about meeting together and being entertained online. That's why I do this.
This has been one hell of an interview, man. Like, I love it. I love you guys. I thank you so much. And to end it off, Sony and Microsoft is definitely battling right now, and they had incredible conferences. But when Sony came out with the no DRM and no check-in, no 24-hour check-in, and gamers went crazy because they feel like Sony spoke to the gamer. You guys as gamers, not developers at this, you're not developers at the moment. You're just gamers at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You're just plain consumers. In terms of what Sony and Microsoft has done and revealed, which system would you choose if you had to choose one?
I'll choose both. Seriously, I'll go with both.
Well, I mean, I'm going to go with both, too, as a gamer.
One upstairs, one downstairs.
Got you. What would you choose? If you had one choice, what would you choose?
You know what? I have both at home. I mean, current gen, I have both at home. They play differently. You know, I think actually for different games, you know, I enjoy them differently. So you can't ask me to pick one. I mean, I've been going with both. You know?
I like the answer. I go with both, too. But what I would say is, I'm not sure if you guys agree, but what I would say is, the approach that Sony is taking this generation in terms of making it more gamer first and eliminating those restrictions, I just thought that was amazing, and I think that that's what it should be, in my opinion. And I'm not sure if y'all share the same opinion, but I just wanted to really talk to developers as just gamers and see what they felt about the fact that Sony decided to stay the old school way and Microsoft is moving in a new direction. How do you feel about the directions that they're taking?
I mean, it's two very different directions, and you know, I don't speak to them directly myself. You know, I don't know the rationale behind it. Okay. But I've been a Sony fan for 20 years. You know, I'm still a Sony fan. I've been a Microsoft fan for at least 20 years as well. So I think they all have different pros and cons. So yeah, it's hard to pick. You know, it's hard to get us to pick one because I think they do a great job. They do it slightly differently. It appeals to different people, you know.
Well, they got all my money. I don't care. Like, they're gonna have all my money. So that question like goes for you too. Like, as a gamer and the direction that they're going, how do you feel?
It's a tough question.
As a game publisher, would it affect you guys in terms of like a lot of people are saying that because Xbox is going the route that they're going, they may get better support from the publishers because of the whole used game thing, and the fact that Sony is staying the traditional way, publishers may shy away from them. Are you guys going to support both fully throughout this generation?
You know what? I think it's a matter of what the gamer wants. You know,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said the same thing, Godfrey. And we about to wrap. Yeah, I'm sorry, we gotta wrap it up. But one love and God bless, and it's all about what the gamers want. Yo, God bless you guys. Make sure you guys check out the Division. When can we expect it to come out?
Next year, 14.
Next year, 2014. All right, God bless you guys. We out. Peace.